What's up, everybody? Finally made it to the top 10 in the trip list of disc listing of getting all the courses listed and ranked. Numbers 30, probably 9 or 8 through 11 thus far, and now we're about to do the top 10. Let's get to it. Number 10, New World Order. New World down in Jacksonville. If you make it by there, you gotta get to the fish place in Jacksonville. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. That's a shocker to everybody I know, but it should be somewhere up here by now. And it's fantastic food, so get there. But anywho, New World. It's got a pro caliber course on site. We actually didn't play that course. We played the smaller course. A lot of sand, a lot of very interesting lines, and just a top 10 course that we've played, so that speaks for itself. But also the dude that runs it, in spite of the fact that he had the traditional, I don't even play disc golf, I'm a ball golf guy. I really like playing with my balls. I've never tried a disc. He was cool. He drove us around on the golf cart before we started, showed us everything. Not that I really wanted to spend 45 minutes ahead of time driving around the course, but it was still a cool deal. And of course we got the carts, and man, fun. I mentioned that a lot in these videos, and I try to get a different word, but nothing says fun like golf cart four-wheeling around New World, dodging gators, and trying to find birds. New World, number 10. Number 9. This is probably the biggest spread from like my ranking of the course to Dut's ranking of the course. I don't know for sure, but I think it is probably mine to most people as well, at least whoever was on the trips that got to experience it. The Natty. That's my number 9, and I think Dut's like number 27. 27, that's just mind-blowing to me, but I'm sure 9's mind-blowing to him. I think a lot of it reminded me of Rankin Lake, which is like my favorite local course. So maybe that's got something to do with it. But it has the, it's actually Mount Airy. As I call it Mayberry, because, you know, Mayberry, the town, is Mount Airy in real life. So I put them together because smart. But the Natty is the pro shop. I really like their pro shop. And they got the sign with the different directions. It's got all that, and then Rob had took my money. I don't even know why I think that's good, but we had to put into that basket, and first one to make it got our money, and Rob took it. So that probably wasn't a good memory, but it is a fond memory. I don't know why. Either way, the Natty, good course, number 9, and another course I would like to be back at. Number 8. We're in the top 10. So like pretty much, I guess really from 12 on is destination courses. And maybe that's one place where I kind of lose the Natty at. Like, I don't know that I would call that a destination course, which is kind of strange being number 9 on the list. But that's where it's at. That's where I got it. Number 8 is certainly a destination course, and that is Run Meadows up in Smuggler's Notch Resort. Also has the other big course up there whose name's escaping me, Smuggler's Run or something, and it's got the pro shop again. That's going to be a pretty big constant in my top courses. Like, I rank everything together, the entire, you know, site. So Fox Run, open fields, lots of OB, makes it more technical than it is, but I don't personally enjoy just straight bomber holes over and over and over and over, and that's what this is. But adding the OB makes it a top tier course. I would assume my number 8's a little lower than most. I think most have a top 5 that went, but Still top 8. I mean, Fox Run, it's got some epic holes in their hole 18. That thing's nice. Hole 18, the big bomber downhill, but again, with the OB and the downhill makes it very tricky. It's got, you know, great scenery everywhere you look. And we played when it's really windy and it's still in the top 8. I mean, that's a feat. Like, that course is premier. Fox Run Meadows, number 8. Number 7, the Sabattus course in all of Maine. There's other courses that tried, but that one's still the Sabattus. They got the pro shop, which is a really nice, like, laid out pro shop. Not the greatest selection per se, but really good selection. And they had some wheels for my Azuka cart that I should have bought, and I didn't because I'm a dummy. But you talk about a course that doesn't have a bad hole. I can't remember the numbers at Fox Run, but there's a couple that I just didn't, you know, think were great holes. But at least the Eagle course, I think that's the one we played at Sabattus. I don't remember a bad hole. I really liked them all. There was a couple that wasn't stellar, but they were all just really good. I really feel like you could go there and claim that to be a top 5 course, in spite of what Dutt thinks. That dude don't know anything. He don't know nobody. So, Sabattus, tons of great golf, and that brings it in at number 7. And that brings us to number 6. The Burp BRP Blue Ribbon Ponds. You want to talk about a course that doesn't have a bad shot, even more so, which is why it's one step ahead, than Sabattus. Blue Ribbon Ponds, there is just good hole after good hole after good hole, and honestly, the only thing that keeps it out of the top 5 and maybe even the top 2 is it doesn't have that epic shot. Like, even Old Warrior Run has some epic shots that BRP doesn't have. Easy for me to say. What it does have is the one tunnel shot with all the trees that you see on the tour. Of course, the Pro Tour goes through there, and that's a very memorable hole. Their hole 1 opens up. You're teeing off in front of people. At least when we went, I mean, they got bleachers. I'm assuming you're always teeing off in front of people if they've taken the time to set bleachers up. So from that point on, I mean, they've got the Black Mamba Kobe Bryant tribute baskets. I'm a huge fan of those, as you would probably guess if you know me. It's a 24-hole layout that usually I get tired of the 24 holes by the end, but that was not the case here. And they have the midway little shack with the food, drinks. You can get them to make you a burger, some hot dogs, get some chips, snacks. That's, I mean, you talk about a nice touch. You talk about something that, as I'm thinking of, instantly is like, dang, number 6, that's too low. I mean, that is a feature right there that every course should have. Not that they could afford to do that, but if they could, I would be buying something at every course. Just Blue Ribbon Ponds, from start to finish, good golf. Top 5, right back here. And like I said in the last video, if you want to go to Sabattus, the Burp, New World, any of these courses, it's especially in the top 12, 13, but really on the trips, hey, we'll revisit it. Let me know, please. Disc golf trips, yay.
Going so far right, I thought those bitches on its way to Jersey.
Got a dog for him.
I want to throw one.